So before I started in charity fundraising, I was working for an insurance company for 18 years, supply chain manager. Previous to that, I'd worked for Boots the Chemist, again in supply chain and logistics. Spent a lot of time in the corporate world actually before I made my move. Oh, there are a number of things that attracted me to work in this environment. Principally, I think it was the need to do some good, actually. So after 35 years working in a corporate world, where having an impact as an individual was inevitably quite tricky, one of the things I really wanted to do was work in an environment where I could make a massive difference. One was about my ability to sell, actually. So I know it's not a traditional selling role, but I think it's taken me, it took me quite a while to realise that this was a non-traditional selling approach. The physical challenge, working outside in all weathers, I think while I really enjoy being outside, there's no doubt at all that being outside on the doorsteps in 90-mile-an-hour winds and rain can be tricky, but largely that massively outweighs the working from home element, and they're not communicating with people. What do I like about the job? There are a number of things I really enjoy about the job. I think the contact with people is really significant for me, actually. Certainly being a better listener, I think it's also made me realise how much how difficult some people's lives are, actually. And I think from my background, which has been admittedly reasonably privileged, I guess, it's made me appreciate that other people actually have much less privileged lives, and it's my chance to make a big difference, actually. The sort of person I think that's suited to this job has to have some life experience, actually. I think I would have struggled without having significant experience of some of the topics that we talk about, that we have to talk about. We have to have really adult conversations on the doorstep, every day, 150 or 200 times a day, whatever it is. And I don't think you can do that without a depth of experience, a great degree of empathy, actually. We're not selling double glazing, we're selling care and kindness. So I think you have to have that degree of experience, actually, that allows you to do that and leave the person feeling good, leave the potential supporter or the person in the house leaving good at the end of the conversation. All those things are really important. What I find that people do in terms of the response to my knocking on the door is, yes, people do sign up straight away. There's a whole range of responses, really. Some people are very happy to sign up straight away, do the whole direct debit thing, which for others is a bit of an obstacle and you have to work your way around. Some people want more time to think. Some people use any excuse to get out of it and are very nice but apologetic that they haven't got time, or the dogs are barking or whatever it might be. But there are frankly an amazing number of people who do want to sign up after a good conversation. Rejection is undoubtedly a significant part of the role, and I think I decided very early on, after talking to my managers and the people I work with, that it's not about rejection. Actually, I don't take rejection personally. I don't feel that. I always make sure that people don't feel bad about Sue Ryder, and hopefully don't feel bad about me if I'm rejected. I look very much, and this is a big change for me actually in terms of how I approach my life, is that I look, if I've had 10 really good conversations, perhaps 5 or 6 supporters signing up every day, then I've done a really positive thing. This is flexible, actually. This role is flexible. A lot of my colleagues don't all work 5 days a week. You can work on Saturdays if that suits your personal life. If you've smashed your targets for the day and are feeling really good about it and have something to do at home in late afternoon, then you can go home. And so I think there's a huge amount of flexibility there, and I think it allows you to balance both the sort of the priorities that you have outside work, plus your earning goals. Actually, if you've got particular earning goals that you want to meet, then it gives you a massive opportunity to meet those as well. The training and support we get for this role is really significant. Actually, and I for one was very grateful for all the work that I was given, all the prep that I was encouraged to do before I went out there on the doors. It was good, straightforward training actually, and it helped me with a big job shift actually from working in that corporate world to working in this sort of environment. I needed a lot of, and I'm a person who needs a lot of sort of support for understanding new things, understanding how new things are working. That was really backed up tremendously well with the early few days and weeks on the doors, when I was well supported by AD, my manager, and by other colleagues actually, in terms of seeing how they worked, and seeing what worked and what didn't, and finding my own style. The fundraising partnership are unlike anything I've ever known, actually, in terms of an organisation. The style that the management team set, the leadership team set, is really relaxed. Actually, clearly these are, we've got tough targets to meet, and we've got clients to really believe in us, so we have to be on top of our game all the time, and that's not forgotten by the management team. But actually, it's done in a really relaxed style. People are available. Actually, what I really relish is the fact that it's not a problem picking up the phone. If you've got a query and your tablet's not working and you're having a bit of a tech nightmare, then you can talk directly to the person who can fix it for you or talk you through it. So very accessible, incredibly friendly, actually, really genuine. And a really good combination, I think, of management styles in there that work for me. If you're watching this advert really and thinking about a career in fundraising, my experience is wholly positive, and I think it's been a significant life shift for me. I'm a happier person. I think I'm a better person actually for doing what I do. And all I would say is try it, talk to the guys at the Fundraising Partnership, and have a conversation with them, actually, because I think they have great experience of recruiting people who are right for these roles. They're also after a variety of people, so don't think that because you've got a really odd, non-connected career path so far that you wouldn't be right for these roles. Come and join us. It's made a difference to my life, and I think I'm making a difference to other people's lives.